So, it's officially been over a month since I made my last video, which was my review of the $30 Costco drone. Since then, and actually within only like a week or so, it quickly became one of my most popular videos. I think as of right now, it's either my first or second most watched video, and then like, I think 3rd or 4th most viewed. That's probably going to change soon since the popularity hasn't really died down. So, I've been thinking about how to properly follow that video up. I figured more drone stuff. And since that video, I did get the JJ Pro Epic or the JJRC X5 or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it the Epic because I already have the Syma X5C, and if I call this the X5, that's just going to get confusing for everyone. But that drone has already been well documented by plenty of other people who have a larger following than me and know what they're doing. So I figured the next best step after that last video would be to do more Sky Phantom videos. So I have it right here, and I'm going to actually take this off, this piece here, because I'm not going to be connecting my phone today. I'm going to set this up quickly, and then I'll fly it around to show you how it flies outside, because at the end of my last video, I got a little bit upset at the people who were leaving negative reviews for this thing on Costco because they took it outside and it just flew away, and they never even got to use it once. I may have been a little harsher than I needed to be. At the time, I thought it was just sort of like 100% human error, user error, but since then I've had more time with this thing and I've realized this is not an outdoor drone. It is still like 90-95% human error because, you know, you should figure out whether the drone you're getting can even be worked outdoors, but sorry about that, I got a call from my friend, but thanks to the power of editing, you don't have to see any of that. So, that should now be binded. I'm gonna Another thing I learned since that last video, you definitely do have to do a level surface calibration. I mentioned at the end of it, I don't know if you actually had to, I just prefer to do it anyways. I've learned since that video that yes, you absolutely have to. Because I have a story that I might tell at some point, but not today, because this video is already going to be long enough. Also, as far as outdoor footage goes, I have a video I took the other day when I was flying this around outdoors I can stick on the end and analyze. So, the thing, I already level surface calibrated it, so you can kind of sort of hand launch this. Now, it's not like meant to be hand launched like the Tello, but you can do this. As you can see, it's drifting to my right, your left, unless this is reversed. So, and you can tell from like the trees behind me and stuff that the wind isn't even that bad. And just to see if it's actually the trim or not, because I admittedly have not done this before testing video, I'm going to spin it around. So now that it's, yep, and it's still going to the, nope, now it's going to the left. Okay, so trim just might not be. Oh, this is hard because also it handles crashes better than the Tello, surprisingly. That one kind of just flomps on the side. But even so, but okay, so maybe it's just the trim that's causing it to drift right now. But you can tell from the trees and the leaves and everything around me that there's really no breeze at all. But here's the thing. This is just the flow speed. You can, okay, I have to talk at this point, so you can rest on the ground there. So, to set it into fast speed, and this is something I didn't mention in the original review, set into fast speed, you press this one in. 2 beeps, now it's on speed 2, and there are only 2 speeds, because now it's speed 1, speed 2. And like I mentioned last time, both of these buttons have functions, but neither of these do, but pressing both of the sticks in has things, so I think a minor design improvement would have been to move the functions of pressing these sticks in to the buttons up here. I personally just think that would have been easier. I don't know of any reason why someone would disagree with that. I mean, maybe I could understand the trimming being pressed in, but not the speeds. The speeds definitely should have been a button. So, now I have it in speed 2. Let's try launching it again. This time I'm just going to launch it from the ground. Should be this button. Okay, so now it's in speed 2, and I'm going to send it back. I know the last video, when I was standing behind the camera, I was standing like to the side of it, and then, hey, get back here. standing to the side of it, so a lot of my voice came out in one side, one earphone, which is... What the fuck is that? Oh, there you are. So, I'll just send it all the way back there, and then bring it all the way back. And you can see, even in fast speed... Oh, it crashed into the window again. Yeah, this thing's not bad at... Candles crash surprisingly well. But you can see, even on the fastest speed, it's still not that fast. So, there's no wind right now, but if there was any sort of strong breeze, that thing would have been gone. Because the fast speed isn't that fast, and obviously the slow speed, and that's with a lot of drones, like the X5C, even the Tello can't really fight the wind in slow speed. You have to turn all of them into faster speeds. So that's not a problem exclusive to this one. The difference is, those, at least with a faster speed, you can usually fight the wind pretty well. This one, not so much. I mean, you could probably fight it a little bit. Like, right now, it's not doing too bad, but, you know, I would not recommend it for outdoors. So, and it hit something again. Cool. Again, my recommendation of this drone still stands. It's still a great little drone, especially for something that you get for 30 bucks, which I showed you all the packaging that it came with last time. Two batteries, not one, included in the 30 bucks. So, this is still a good drone. Don't fly it outdoors. I would not recommend this to be flown outdoors at all. I would not recommend flying this outdoors. Indoors, it's a great little drone. Outdoors, I mean, if there's no breeze at all, the cat is in the tree, because I can see the leaves on the plant next to that window are moving more than the leaves out here, which is just kind of funny. So, good indoor drone, not so great outdoor drone, and that kind of should be expected, since I don't think you can actually remove these prop guards, which is something I forgot to mention in the first video. Is I'm pretty sure these are not removable. If you look close, it kind of looks like they are. Like, you can see the LEDs. I'll just turn those off so you can see it better. You can see there's like a little cap on there that kind of looks like it should be taken off, but since that's also the LEDs, I can't tell you for sure. I haven't tried yet because I don't want to actually break it or anything, but they don't look built in, but they definitely look like they, you know, it's a pretty tight seal, so definitely meant to be on. I don't think they're meant to be off. If you really wanted to, I'm sure you could take them off without too much trouble and without breaking it, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, they're really small, they're minimally invasive, not like the big ones on the Tello or even most of the other cheaper drones for this size. And I think everything else I mentioned, I typed in text on the video because I forgot to mention it in person. The SD card, there's no SD card in this, it just records everything straight to your phone. Oddly enough, when I was playing back videos I taken on this and videos I took on the Tello still has that issue where sometimes it'll clip in the video. And I have a bunch of random drone videos I'm probably going to edit together into one video. Be on the lookout for that. I don't know if there's enough yet for it to really be a long enough video on its own. But this one didn't actually have that problem. I mean, the footage is garbage. You'll see that after this when I add in the other footage I took with this the other day. It's garbage, but it didn't have any of that lag or sort of anything. At least not that I noticed. I could go and play it back, and then as I'm editing, I'm realizing, holy shit, I'm a complete idiot, and I got that completely wrong. So just be aware of that. And my camera is blinking at me for some reason. What does that mean? Okay, I think that's a good time to end this. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Originally, I wanted to make commentary for this entire clip, but as I was thinking about it, I realized I didn't really have much to say for that entire clip. All I really want you to keep in mind when you're watching this is to just watch the way it moves. You can tell the difference between when I move it and when it moves itself, when it's just drifting. And again, a lot of this could just be due to the trim settings I have. It's hard to tell sometimes since this is going to drift and there's no perfect trim settings. And I think that's all I really have to say about it.